Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jan Carabeo. We are bringing you special coverage today. The Philadelphia No Kings protest is underway. Hundreds are now marching and rallying against the Trump administration and its policies. That march in Philadelphia started at Love Park and is traveling along the Parkway to the steps of the Art Museum. That is where we find CBS News Philadelphia's Nikki Dementri. She joins us live from the steps of the Art Museum. So, Nikki, what's the latest there?
Jan, the march officially was underway around 12:30, and you could see that protesters are making their way here to the Art Museum steps, like you talked about. The rally is supposed to start at 1 on the dot. We're expected to hear from several speakers, both locally and also national activists. One of those speakers is going to be Dr. Martin Luther King's son. He will be here, as well as his wife, and he is set to speak. I spoke with protesters as we were making our way here to the Art Museum. Many of them that were from the area, I asked, there are protests that are closer to actually where you live, whether that's Haverford or Langhorne, from some of the folks we talked to, and they said they wanted to be here in Philadelphia. Why? Because they said this is a birthplace of democracy, and they wanted to be here for that reason, as well as because this is the flagship event of the No Kings Day. Throughout our route, we also saw officers. They were on foot, they were on bike, they were stationed in cars, and we saw those roads blocked off. Things marched very orderly. At times they did take a moment to stop and chant together, and then again made their way. You can see the setup as well. I know Ross was showing you earlier this morning, Jan. You can see just how many people are filling into this area. Despite all of the rain, there's still thousands of people out here, I should say. Organizers were expecting 60 to 80,000. I don't know if we quite reached that number, but there are definitely thousands of people here at the Oval and the steps. And Bill, I'm going to have you spin around if you don't mind, just to see. It goes down the Parkway, and there were some people here already, Jan, before the march officially stopped at the steps.
That's our Nikki Dementri reporting live along the Parkway for the No Kings protest here in Center City, Philadelphia. Nikki, thanks so much for that look. We turn now to CBS News Philadelphia reporter Eva Anderson live at the No Kings protest in Norristown, Montgomery County. So what are you seeing there, Eva?
Well, right now there are about 300 to 400 people here gathered in a peaceful rally in a programmed event put on by Montgomery County Indivisible and Friends. I'm going to step aside here so you can see the crowd. Now, they are just about to go into the fourth speaker, Representative Greg Scott, a Democratic member of the Pennsylvania House of Representatives who has represented the 54th District since 2023, which includes Norristown, and he's a fourth speaker so far. We've also heard from 2 of the 3 Montgomery County commissioners, as well as Congressman Madeline Dean. And this is an event that has largely been marked by people who are tired of what they say has been a authoritarian rule in the Trump administration. And many of the concerns that they are raising include things like immigration policies, reproductive rights, and what they describe as a show of power that they feel isn't fit for somebody who holds America's highest office. A lot of people are carrying lots of different signs, and earlier there was a moment of levity when somebody hoisted a golden toilet in the air. A 78-year-old woman named Liz from Eakins Park paper-machéd a toilet figurine the size of just about smaller than an actual toilet, and the crowd positively went wild. It has a paper on it that says the throne, and the 78-year-old said she paper-machéd it because she wanted to make her voice heard here, and the cause that's most on her mind is immigration here in Montgomery County. So this event is scheduled to wrap up by 2, but it looks like it might be ahead of schedule because they're on their 4th of 5 speakers. And I will say there are a lot of people here in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. I know in some other areas we might see a lot of young people out here rallying, but here in Norristown we're seeing a lot of older population. Some people have told us, they're retired, but they want to come out here and make their voices heard. So we will continue to cover this rally. Again, Representative Scott, who is speaking right now, Representative Greg Scott, is a 4th speaker we have at this programmed event that has been fully peaceful here in Norristown. Jan?
Eva Anderson reporting for us live in Norristown this morning. Eva, thank you so much for that look. Let's head back to Philadelphia now. This is a live look overhead at the Ben Franklin Parkway, a different angle now, and you can see the parkway there is filled in with people that are marching as part of this No Kings protest. They started at Love Park right around 12:30. They are making their way down the parkway to end with speakers of their own there on the Art Museum steps. Organizers tell us today's event is focused on protesting President Trump's mass deportation efforts all across the country. Protesters also say the whole point of this today is to exercise their American right to peacefully protest.
We should want the rights afforded by our Constitution. We should want peace. We should want prosperity. We should want to all work together.
Our number one priority is making sure that all of these events, especially this one, is well organized and peaceful. So we've been really working hard to make sure all of our attendees, all of our hosts, all of our organizers know why they're here.
I hope that it will be in some ways joyful that other people get together, they see what we're doing, and they say, yes, that's what I want.
Today's protests, by the way, also coincide with a military parade in Washington, D.C., commemorating the 250th anniversary of the Army. It is also President Trump's birthday, and this week, the president pushed back on the idea that he has been acting like a king.
Several No Kings protests planned across the country on Saturday as well. What are your thoughts on those?
What do they call it? No Kings?
No Kings.
I don't feel like a king. I have to go through hell to get stuff approved. A king would say, I'm not going to get this. A king would have never had the California mandate to even be talking to him. He wouldn't have to call up Mike Johnson and Thune and say, fellas, you got to pull this off, and after years we get it done. No, we're not a king. We're not a king at all.
Back here at home now, today's march is expected to have a major impact on traffic, as you can imagine. So let's take a look at some of the road closures for you. Eakins Oval between Kelly Drive and MLK Drive is closed. Kelly Drive inbound is closed at Fairmount Avenue. All lanes of the Ben Franklin Parkway from 18th Street to Eakins Oval are closed, and that includes the closure of cross streets. 2200 to 2300 Ben Franklin Parkway and its cross streets are closed. Spring Garden Street is closed from Pennsylvania Avenue to the Parkway, and 23rd Street is closed from Pennsylvania Avenue to the Parkway. Both directions of Kelly Drive are also closed from Eakins Oval to Sedgley Drive, and finally, the Spring Garden Street Bridge inbound is closed. This week, city officials emphasized they are prepared for the event and want people to protest peacefully.
The Philadelphia Police Department will maintain public safety and order in our streets and in our neighborhoods because that's their mission and that's their duty.
There will not be charges brought in relation to what I anticipate will be nonviolent protest activity that is protected by the Constitution I swore to uphold.
And thanks so much for joining our special coverage. Our crews will be monitoring the situation in Center City and throughout the Delaware Valley throughout the day. You will find the very latest on air and online at cbsphiladelphia.com. Have a great day.